people think of editors like we do at this level, right? At the indie level, at the Kickstarter level, an editor, they look over my grammar, they do, make sure spelling, make sure that the flow of the book goes well. But a true editor at the next level, not only are they going to be doing that, they're going to make sure the pages are right and sent to the printer and like sent to the letterer, made sure all that stuff. They're going to be handling all that so I can focus, so me or somebody else can focus on writing. That's a whole different gambit of levels of commitment.
It even goes further. Sorry to interrupt, but I had Terry Kavanaugh on, who was a Marvel editor back in like the 80s and the 90s. And a lot of it is also just coordination.
Yeah.
In which people don't even understand that now you're coordinating the artist, you're coordinating the writer. And he was doing like those big Marvel stories that had 8 stories in an issue. So now you have to coordinate all 8, issues. They're 8 pages, but you got to make sure that person A and person B and that person A who's working with their artist gets along. And then you also have to say, okay, what are we doing next month? And you also have to understand that if you're doing 6 issues, issue 4 has to make sense with issue 3, and issue 4 has to make sense with issue 5. And that's a whole editing ballgame as well, where once you have, and even go back to Scott, when you're working on Batman for 50 issues, you got to make sure that you're in line and you're in your own lane and you're in the correct lane. And you have to understand that what you're doing in issue 25 is relevant in issue 35.
Well, yeah, and what you're crossing over to, right? Like if you want to use Superman in an issue, what is Superman doing with his editors? Where is he in the timeline of where he's at? So all these things need to be figured out and lined up and done perfectly.